TV enthusiasts, get ready to dive into a whirlwind of intriguing debates and unanswered mysteries from the latest episodes of your beloved series, because sometimes the real drama happens in the questions we ask. We've compiled a list of 20 thought-provoking queries about shows like Dancing with the Stars, 911, Chicago Med, and beyond. These aren't just casual musings. They're designed to spark lively discussions and maybe even reveal some hidden gems in the TV world. Here's where it gets controversial. Some of these points might challenge what you thought you knew about your favorite characters or plot twists. Let's jump in and see if you agree. 1. Saturday Night Live boasts 5 talented female cast members. Yet, they opted to feature Sarah Sherman and Chloe Fineman in consecutive restaurant-themed sketches, placing them in identical seating arrangements. Wouldn't it have been a great opportunity to spotlight featured performers like Ashley Padilla, Veronica Slowakowska, or Jane Wickline, especially since Wickline didn't even appear in a sketch during the premiere? For beginners, this highlights how casting decisions can sometimes overlook rising stars in favor of established names, potentially limiting fresh talent exposure. 2. In Tulsa King, when Grace urged Goody to act as the responsible one during the bingo game, did it catch you off guard that he enthusiastically joined the team's reckless decision to splurge at the strip club right after their mission? It's a classic example of how characters can surprise us by balancing maturity with impulsive fun. Family Guy has delighted us with countless catchy tunes over the years. Think of the quirky, "Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart?" So, were you truly disappointed by the lackluster Halloween song performed by Brian and Stewie in the recent Hulu special? And this is the part most people miss. Sometimes, even beloved shows stumble with their musical interludes, reminding us that not every episode hits the high notes. Is there any current program on air boasting a superior soundtrack compared to The Lowdown? For those new to TV soundtracks, this refers to how background music can elevate a show's atmosphere, making it a key element in viewer engagement. After witnessing the outcomes of the initial 3 legs on The Amazing Race, does it seem like we're gearing up for the franchise's most foreseeable season ever? This predictability can be a double-edged sword, thrilling for strategy fans, but perhaps less exciting for those craving unexpected twists. 6. With a tribe swap confirmed for next week's Survivor episode, are you rooting for host Jeff Probst to divide the contestants into just 2 groups rather than 3? Plus, has that frightening sea snake bite incident made any aspiring survivors reconsider their application to the show? It's a reminder of the real risks involved in reality TV, which can add an extra layer of tension. 7. Here's a query we never imagined posing, and we're a tad apprehensive about it. Is The Simpsons Superintendent Chalmers somewhat attractive? But here's where it gets controversial. Beauty is subjective, and this could ignite debates on character design in animation versus live-action portrayals. On the challenge, shouldn't Gabe have shown more deference to Jonna, given her status as a 2-time champion? And how shocked were you by the subpar performance of Yeremi and Aviv in that particular daily challenge? This raises questions about respect in competitive environments and how past victories influence current dynamics. Now that Monster, the Ed Gein story, has been available for a week, which specific visual elements from it are haunting your dreams the most? For newcomers to true crime adaptations, this show's graphic style can be intense, illustrating how real-life horrors translate to screen. Chicago Med viewers, how do you believe the recent shooting incident will impact Will and Natalie's relationship? Can they unite to conquer this ordeal, or might it fracture their beloved man-stead pairing? Relationships under stress are a staple in medical dramas, offering lessons on resilience and communication. 11. Did you anticipate Ritter's departure from Chicago Fire to carry more emotional weight? Didn't it come across as somewhat underwhelming? This anticlimax might spark discussions on how exits are handled in long-running series, sometimes prioritizing plot over heartfelt farewells. 12. Following Dancing with the Stars host Alfonso Ribeiro's comment that dance pro Jan Ravnik outperformed Will Smith as the Genie, how quickly do you reckon he received a message from his old Fresh Prince co-star? It's a fun nod to celebrity connections, showing how social media amplifies showbiz banter. 13. Among shifting gears green screen effects, which one appeared more flawed? The scene at Eve's doorstep or the golf course during their inaugural date? Green screen technology for beginners involves digital compositing to create environments, and its imperfections can break immersion in reality TV. 14. The morning show aficionados. How often did you wince physically during Yanko's Rick Astley-inspired proposal practice? Awkward moments like these are bold in comedy, highlighting the humor in romantic mishaps. 15. We'll start this Law Order SVU question by acknowledging that starring in a broadcast procedural doesn't mean appearing in every single episode these days. But doesn't it seem peculiar that they reinstated Kelly Giddish as a regular, only for Rollins to vanish in episodes 2 and 3? And on the topic of absent characters, were you content with Velasco's farewell? This scheduling quirk can confuse fans, underscoring the challenges of ensemble casts in episodic TV. 16. Are we entirely certain that All's Fair isn't secretly a disguised second installment of Ratched? For those unfamiliar, this invites speculation on thematic overlaps in Hulu's lineup, like psychological thrillers with dark undertones. 17. Is this just a minor gripe, or are others also irritated by Peacock's decision to insert Watch What Happens Live segments into the Real Housewives playlists? Shouldn't they remain separate programs? Even though we're big fans of Andy Cohen, why disrupt our binge-watching flow with his late-night episodes? This integration could be seen as a smart cross-promotion or an annoying interruption. What do you think? 18. Considering the backlash Shamar Moore faced from fans over his initial remarks on SWAT Exiles, a spin-off that doesn't retain any of his original co-stars as main regulars. Were you taken aback when he declared Exiles would surpass the original in his production kickoff statement? And this is the part most people miss. Actor endorsements can evolve, reflecting changing perspectives on legacy shows. 19. Did 911 draw inspiration from the Orville when designing Athena and Hen's spacesuits? Cross-show influences like this are fascinating, showing how sci-fi elements can bleed into procedural dramas for creative flair. 20. All Night, Outlander, Blood of My Blood fans. What's your top prediction on which spoiler, if any, traversed the stones? Did you also hope Brian and Ellen's hands were spotless during their blood oath? And have you ever rooted for a new couple as swiftly as the one introduced in that epic finale? Time travel romances often captivate quickly, blending history and passion in unexpected ways. There you have it, a mix of fun, frustration, and food for thought that might just divide opinions. Do you side with the majority on these TV quandaries? Or do you have a contrarian view? For instance, is Superintendent Chalmers' appeal a valid take, or does it cross into bizarre territory? Share your takes, agreements, or disagreements in the comments below, and toss in any burning TV questions of your own. Let's keep the conversation going.